A fighter jet was flying over an enemy convoy when the pilot stumbled upon something alarming. The cargo cars were packed with heavy weapons. Realizing the enemy was gearing up for a surprise attack, he immediately banked hard to report back. But the enemy troops on the ground weren't about to let them walk away. They swung their anti-aircraft guns into position and opened fire without hesitation. The pilot's skills were sharp. He dodged the first volley with ease, but the range was too close. He was half a second too slow, and a round clipped the side wing. Alarms blared instantly. The plane could blow at any moment, but he didn't reach for the ejection handle. Instead, he yanked the controls hard. He abruptly hid the plane behind the mountain, then whipped the jet around. Staring down a narrow gap between the peaks, he threaded the needle with terrifying precision, clearing the rock walls by just 8 inches, flying nearly vertical through the pass, straight at the enemy convoy. The enemy soldiers froze in their tracks, but the pilot locked his sights on the tracks and hit the trigger without flinching. The rocket hit dead on, blowing out the enemy rail line. The engineer slammed the brakes with everything he had, but the momentum sent the train off the rails instantly. The soldiers on board never had a chance to run, and were swallowed by the fire in the explosion that followed. The pilot finally let out a breath, but just as he turned to pull out, the enemy launched 2 more surface-to-air missiles, screaming toward them at full speed. The 2 terrified pilots realized that the heat-seeking missiles were locked onto their aircraft. They pulled the jet up hard, trying to shake the deadly pursuit, but the missiles were moving at 3 times the speed of sound. There was no outrunning them. At the critical moment, they split up. The captain nosed down and punched it, drawing the missiles toward the mountain face, and at the last second, he broke hard, narrowly clearing the peak. The missile couldn't make the turn, and slammed straight into the cliff, triggering a massive explosion. He made it out through sheer skill, but his wingman was still being chased, with no way to shake the missile on his tail. In that split second, the captain decided to go all in. He told his wingman to just drop the missile. He'd handle the rest. His wingman didn't have time to second guess it. The moment the missile was released, the captain hit the trigger without thinking twice. The rocket detonated on contact, and the heat from the blast triggered the heat-seeking missile. In the end, both of them made it back to base.